Okay, in this video we're going to do a few problems of multiplying decimals, just a couple examples to remind ourselves how to do it. And you'll notice that each of these has a little bit different case involved. The first one is just multiplying an integer, 32, times the decimal, 4.7. And whenever we're multiplying decimals, the first thing we remember is that it's just like multiplying integers, except that we have this decimal that we have to deal with at the end. So first thing we do is we multiply it like it's an integer. So 2 times 7 is 4. We carry the 1. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 1 is 22. So we're just going through our normal division, our multiplication algorithm. And then we do 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Then we add these together, and we get 1504. Then we have to deal with the decimal, and the rule always is however many decimal places you started with is how many you have to end up with. And so we have a decimal here, we move one place over, and so our answer turns out to be 150.4. And whenever I'm doing these, I always use my logic to make sure I haven't made a mistake. This is about 30, this is about 5, which is about 150, so 150.4 makes sense. Example 2, it's the same idea. 5.4 times 3.1 gives you 4, 5. And so using your normal division algorithm, you end up with 4761. But there are two decimal places, so the answer actually is going to be 2 decimal places, 16.74. Because you have a decimal place here and a decimal place there. So the correct answer is 16.74. Now, I'm going to give myself a little extra room here for these next two. So on this one, this is a 2 decimal place times a 3 decimal place, so we should be expecting to have 3 decimal places at the end. So I start multiplying using my division algorithm. 5 times 6 is 0. I carry the 3, that's 5, carry the 1, so you get 3150. Now multiply 3 by 3. 5, 1 is 7. 5 times 1 is 15. And so when I add these up, I end up with actually 2 zeros at the end. And usually when we do multiplication, we're going to leave off zeros at the end like that. But first, before we leave off those 2 zeros, we've got to see how many decimal places we have. There should be 3 decimal places, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. And so our correct answer is going to be 18.9. So 18.9 is what 5.25 times 3.6 equals. The last one is just two pretty big numbers, so this is really as much about organization as it is anything else. You just have to be very organized with your columns. You have to write as carefully as possible, and you just have to remember what you're doing. So 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1, gives you a 1, carry the 2, gives you 5 times 1 plus 2 is 7. And so you get 15,710, and then you just keep multiplying through. So multiply by 4 to get 8. 4 times 4 is 6. Carry the 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. And then the nice thing, whenever you repeat a number like this, so we had 2 4s in a row, then you can just actually just repeat what you've done. You don't have to go through and do any more calculations. So my answer is going to be 0, 9, 14 plus 7 is 1. Carry the 2 is going to be 18. Carry the 1 is 9, 3, 1. There are 5 decimal places, so I need to move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so my correct answer turns out to be 13.9819. That's what 3.142 times 4.45 equals. Always leave off those zeros that are after decimal places, just for simplicity's sake.